Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here. We are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for December 1st, the first day of December. Wow. The first day of December slate of NBA action, man. Unfortunately, as you guys can see from the overlay down below, we have one game on the NBA tonight. And not only is it one game, it's not necessarily a great one. If you take a look at it, we have the Dallas Mavericks and the Detroit Pistons playing tonight. Definitely not a matchup that I would be circling on my calendar, but either way, I did find one play that I do really like. I found some other leans that I'll go ahead and talk about as well, but I don't really want to force a whole lot on such a small slate. But before we go ahead and dive into it, I did just want to go ahead and say that we are still currently on the road to 9,000 subscribers. So if you guys are new, make sure that you guys do like, comment, subscribe. We're less than 50 subscribers away from that 9,000 mark, so we're very, very close to being able to hit it. So if you guys are new, make sure that you guys do hit that sub button. And without any further ado, just a quick shout out here to all of our members here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do. And thank you guys so much for giving such a small channel such a big chance, as I always say. It truly does mean the absolute world to me. So much more than you guys will ever know. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into a quick recap as of yesterday. I wish I could be throwing on the shades. I wish I could be, throwing on the sunnies, but absolutely did not happen yesterday. We had an awful day yesterday. Ended up going just 1-3 on our plays. I will say, the kill shot play of the day, my lock of the day, that one did end up working out. We had Buddy Hield over 16.5 points here versus the Kings. Definitely made us work for it because the Pacers, they got absolutely smoked by the Kings. It wasn't even close. Like the Kings were just far and away the better team tonight. And with that being said, Buddy Hield ends up hitting it pretty close to the end of the third quarter. Finishes with 17, and it ends up working out for us. The Pacers ended up losing by like 30, so it wasn't even close. But then we did end up having our losers, of course. We had Donovan Mitchell under 4.5 assists here versus the 76ers at minus 135. Once again, I would still take this play again. If you take a look at it, Donovan Mitchell got 4 assists right in a row in the second quarter. I mean, that's just absolutely wild. And then he got 1 in the first quarter, 1 in the third quarter. So if you get him to get 1 or 2 there in the second instead of 4 straight, as soon as Garland got pulled, Donovan Mitchell was just flying the rock left and right. So, it is what it is. We ended up losing that one for sure. And then we ended up taking the Raptors and the Pelicans under 224.5 at minus 110. The Raptors decided that they did not want to play defense today, not even like a tiny bit. The Pelicans went absolutely crazy, even without CJ, even without Brandon Ingram. The Pelicans played really good basketball. They could not miss either. So, it is what it is. And then we did have Bradley Beal as our added play over 1.5 3-pointers versus Brooklyn, minus 125. He ends up hitting 1-3 in the first half, and then he basically was 1 for 3 throughout most of the game. Then in the last 2 or 3 minutes, he ended up shooting 3 threes and missed all of them. So he ends up going 1 for 6 on the day. If he just hit one of those last couple shots, we would have been in the green here today. But it is what it is. Ended up going 1-3 on our plays. So hopefully we can go ahead and bounce back today. Like I said, we only have one play, but I will talk about a couple other leans as well. So let's go ahead and dive into that as well. So for our one official play of the day, we're taking Luka Doncic under 8.5 rebounds here versus Detroit at minus 115 odds. Now I know that Luka Doncic is coming off of one of the greatest performances that I've seen with my own 2 eyes. He was absolutely phenomenal. He had 12 rebounds last game here versus the Golden State Warriors. But the reason that I do like that is because obviously this line did not move. This line stayed right at 8.5 despite him having that 12 rebound game. And I do think that we see some regression here because before last game versus the Golden State Warriors, he ended up going under in 3 straight games. So I do think that does speak a little bit of volume there for sure. Also, the Pistons, not really known to be a team that, takes away a lot of those rebounds. But in the last 7 games, the Pistons have allowed the fewest rebounds per game to opposing point guards in the entire NBA. That's pretty valuable if you ask me. I mean, I know it's nothing too crazy. And let's be honest. Let's be honest here. We are taking a look at the Dallas Mavericks and the Detroit Pistons. It's only a 7.5 point spread, but you and I both know that this Mavericks team could absolutely blow out the Pistons, and nobody would be shocked about it. If there is and there is blowout potential in this game, so I know it's only 7.5, but let's be honest, there's definitely a world that we see Luka and the Mavericks ended up pulling away, and if that is the case, I'd take it. That'd be perfectly fine with me because. If they end up taking a blowout, there's a good chance that he may see some limited minutes there in the fourth quarter. So hopefully that does happen, but I really don't know. Also, Luka is a much better rebounder at home, which they are going to be traveling to Detroit for this game. So he is averaging 9.3 rebounds per game at home and just 8.3 on the road. So if he ends up getting his average, we would end up winning this bet for the road, for the road stats, of course. And in his last two matchups here versus Detroit, he has gone under as well. So I think that we do see a little bit of value here for Luka. Hopefully he can get it done here for us. Like I said, this is just a really crappy slate. And at the time of recording this, which is literally 3 a.m. on on December 1st, 3 a.m. Central Standard Time, there's only 3 players that have props right now. So who knows? I may add one from the other side of things, but currently we only have lines for Luka, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Dorian Finney-Smith. That's it. So I really don't know. It's not great right now with the lines and stuff like that. So without any further ado, the 2 leans that I do have for this game, I do like Spencer Dinwiddie under 2.5 threes. He has finished pretty much right on the hook regardless of whether it's a cash or whether it's not. And a lot of those times he has gone under in that. So I think that we do see some expected value there for sure. Also Detroit, when it comes to Detroit, like I said, blowout potential, stuff like that as well. But it takes you to actually make those threes. Then that can be tough sometimes. So I do like Dinwiddie under 2.5 threes. I think that he does hit probably 1, but I don't know if he ends up getting 3. So I think that it is a pretty good spot for that. Also, I do like Dorian Finney-Smith over 4.5 rebounds. That number is just a little bit too low. Dorian Finney-Smith is kind of like a Swiss Army knife type of a guy, and he can literally easily fall into 5 rebounds. So if the game stays close, I think that Dorian Finney-Smith can hit this pretty easily. I think that line's just a little bit too low. So that's all I've got for today's video. Like I said, if I end up adding any plays, as always, they will be in the pinned comment section and on my Twitter. So make sure you guys do check out those 2 spots. I know this slate kind of stinks, but I'm still going to make a video, still going to talk about a couple plays. So without any further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we're on the road to 9,000 subscribers. We are less than 50 subscribers away. So if you guys are new, make sure that you guys are subbed. But that's going to do it for me. This is King Center signing out. Peace.